Alright, well here's the answers in books, Avant Garde Art Film. As you guys know, if you're a fan of mine, I'm kind of into making these non-narrative films. I had a couple folks kind of fans of my work, and they said, hey, we'd love to be in a movie. And I thought, well, I can always make movies. So I came up with this idea of basically two people reading a book. And if you notice, that's the Communist Manifesto. Just thought it'd be kind of interesting to have that book there. And it's kind of neat to kind of contrast with red with the kind of the emo look that's going on right now with basically black colors and as the garb and whatnot. And the book that I'm holding in here, or the character that I'm playing is holding, it's actually a book I used in The Wheel of Time. It was a cover I made. And so we got a real book, and then we got a book that doesn't exist in here. And this shot here actually looks, I really like this shot a lot. And if you probably know, I pretty much filmed the things myself, so I just use sticks, tripods. And I let my good tripod out to a friend that was shooting a documentary that weekend. So this is one of my other tripods, and you can actually see when I slam the book down that the camera actually shakes a little bit because of the deck that's there. And you can see that there, it shakes a little bit. And one thing that when you try to make films, of course, is visual, and you want to make sure that the composition looks really interesting. The shots, there's the over-shoulder shot, and I did that with the other angle before as well. And you can see that it's not quite matching cuts, but there's a little bit of progression in time. And of course, I love the close-ups. You see some good depth of field there. If you notice, when I'm actually filming myself, I can get some good depth of field. And here comes the drum beat in. At first, I didn't have the drum beat there, and the guy's just kind of sitting there oblivious to what's going on. And not really quite sure what you'd call this, but definitely something is not normal. Usually people don't do this when people are reading books. If so, they would probably hang out at the library a whole lot more. Now, there's a little bit of depth of field there going on. And basically having a good time. There's the philosophy of the ball and chain, and you kind of see that book there. Again, I use it in real life. And I did a little bit of tricks with some of the editing, slowing things down, speeding things up. I think the sound effects help out as well in here with the music. And now it's time for the waltz section, and the other dancers are coming in and out, alternating. Get to see some of my swing dance skills. And well, it looks kind of neat. That shot's not quite centered, but it is kind of interesting a little bit. And these cuts to the close-ups, and apparently the feathers have kind of a malfunction there on the dancer there. And I really would like to have like 30 people in this, kind of all dancing around at the same time and coming in and out. But this shot here, actually, this worked out perfectly on the first take. So sit down, grab the book, dancers walk off, and there's some leaves. And that's a little bit of depth of field going on there. That's a little pan chop up, and a little bit of Dutch angle. I should have did a Dutch angle the other opposite direction, because you see my head gets cut off. And that's why I went to that shot there. And that's pretty much the end. You see the ball and chain, and the Communist Manifesto falls on top of it. And the end. And there's a question mark, so it leaves it open to a possibility of some more films. So anyways, hope you enjoy the music. Of course, I do all the music I've directed. I cut these, film these things. And it's a fun thing. And if you're out there and would like to be in one of my films, just let me know, because I can always use talent. Thank you for watching, and as always, rock and roll.